Hi there, Loy Machedo. Sweeney from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. All right, been a little busy because of the December promotion, whereby people are. I'm giving people a special pricing, so I've been busy with that. That is why no video for 2 days. Anyway, let's get back to our videos. In this video, I thought I would share with you five very interesting observations I had about Qatar's FIFA 2022. Okay, these are my five observations. You can let me know what do you think about it, and if I missed out on anything, do comment down below. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a special video if I feel that topic itself deserves one. Okay, so these are my top five observations about what's happening with Qatar. The first one is um, because I have multiple WhatsApp groups, I noticed that almost every conversation in that, or in almost all my groups, almost every conversation was now centered around FIFA. Every discussion was about football teams, about what is happening in Qatar, about if there is an incident, LGBTQ, there was this person caught for doing this. Everything was centered around only Qatar and FIFA 2022. I hardly saw any posts, except, of course, in my uh, PC gaming groups that was about gaming, and the porno groups. There also, I just sometimes when you have very big numbers, I'm just like, what the hell are they sharing? And then they have uh, what football pornos, and anyway, I don't see much of that. So I was like, okay. Then even TikTok videos that were being shared in some other groups were about football, jokes about football. So it just made me realize, when it was COVID, everything was centered around COVID. Okay. The media was talking about it, my groups were talking about it, fine. Then once Russia and Ukraine's war came up, there was no discussion of COVID. There was only discussion of this. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of discussion about jobs in the Middle East because people, of course, in my groups, they are looking out for jobs. Many of them are businesses, especially in my core group. But now, ever since FIFA has started, it's only about FIFA. So it just, as an observer, I don't interact and engage much. It just made me realize how much social media and media in particular, they control the narrative. It's like whatever they make as shocking or attention grabbing headlines, people are only discussing about this. They're not discussing about anything else. Now, tomorrow, let's say, for example, after FIFA gets over and Olympics starts, let's say, then I think everyone will be discussing only about that, which nation has won, and how many medals are happening. In fact, consider this right now. Just before Qatar FIFA 2022, how many headlines were going about Zelensky and his demands, and he's so brave and he's so amazing. And now nobody gives a rat's ass about what he wants. In fact, he's more a clown. I consider him like a puppet. So, this is point number one that I thought was very interesting. Okay. Point number two, if you notice, uh, the woke agenda, like, for example, the most famous one, Germany covering their mouth and taking the photograph. Then you had countries saying, I'll put the armband and, stand up for the LGBTQ people. And USA was saying, we are in discussion and talks how we should bring about transgender rights and all that. Okay, all this was ala gula big news, and everyone was talking about it to be looked upon as the bearer of the message, the woke agenda, and oh, we stand for values and all that bull and nonsense they were talking about. But have you noticed that after these people got kicked out, like Germany lost, supposed to win the World Cup, USA got out, and these teams which were saying we will wear the one love and all that, they got eliminated. Nobody cares about these messages anymore. So, I was just wondering, what is the connection between having a winning team versus having a message? And it's very simple. It comes down to simple common sense. If you're not winning anything, if you're not generating revenue, if you are not, worthwhile, if you're not significant, nobody gives a damn about what you stand for. Now, for example, Germans that covering the mouth, most of the Germans are distancing themselves from there. We never wanted this in the first place. And remember, when Germany was taking part, that time even the German ministers, we'll stand up for this, we'll stand up for that. Oh, LGBTQ right now. All of a sudden, after Germany lost, and they have become the butt of all jokes, even the German politicians are not talking about it. So this woke message is more about, I think it's not sincere, it's not genuine. I think it's more about pandering to this very tiny crowd and just showing, see, we are good people, we care about them. So our brand, please associate with us, please do business with us, please give us, your votes of approval. I think it's totally fake. One is, as it is, these people who are the LGBTQ crowd, it's not everyone, but it's a few of them who are trying to be relevant. And they have not achieved anything, they have not done anything worthwhile. Like, especially for example, like people who are gluing themselves to these paintings, people are putting the sauce on very expensive artifacts, people are damaging public property. What have they achieved, accomplished? Are they educated? Are they contributing to the world? Are they doing anything worthwhile? No, they're damaging stuff to get attention. And when they get an interview, oh, my pronouns are he. That, I think that female was saying, my pronoun is he and she and them. And if you check the background, there is no education, there's no accomplishment, there's no achievement, there's no contribution to society. The 15 minute of fame is gluing the hand to an artifact, putting sauce on. That's why they became famous. I mean, you can, like Greta Thunberg, you lecture the whole world. Oh, you behave this way, you act this way, you do things this way. But what are you doing? They will lecture everyone, but they'll not do anything. Like, like Jordan Peterson says, you first sort out the shit in your own house, keep your room in order, keep everything in place, then start supervising other people, no? Anyway, Germany closed. Seriously speaking, I was very glad Germany got kicked out. I was very good. Now you can shut your mouth and go, like all the Qatari football players. They're like, ooh, good. You deserve it. You deserve it. So now you're irrelevant. Nobody talks about you. And they can put this sticker up their, rear end. Number 3 is complaining about this LGBTQ. Where do I start? You must have noticed, flags are banned and wearing shirts are banned with the LGBTQ colors. Now, the funny thing is, even though they were informed and told that, these are the rules of our country, do not wave a flag, do not show PDA, holding hands is fine, but smooching and kissing is not, and don't wear the shirts with the logo. Yet, even after giving them these rules, these so-called, I don't know, some American journalist or someone, they wore the shirt, and when they were stopped at the airport, look, this is what they're doing to me. They've asked me to remove the shirt. See how they are oppressing people. And then there was one idiot who ran across the field holding the flag. He got bundled and thrown out. Now, here is my opinion. For those of you who are shouting and screaming, see how evil Qatar is. Man, Qatar is a country, a country that has its own identity, that has its own rules, that has its own laws, that has its own religion. You are an outsider visiting this country. They didn't ask you, like, please, you come. You came. They are saying, if you want to come, please respect our rules. It's like, for example, my house, I invite guests. Please feel free to come. But I make it very clear, being my house, these are my rules. You'll have to maybe not wear shoes when you come in, no smoking, no drinking, okay, and no maybe PDAs, family people are there. So now, even after making these rules for people who come to my house, yet if you come to my house wearing dirty slippers or dirty shoes, you're smoking, you're drinking, or you're coming with your girlfriend or boyfriend and smooching, and and I tell you, please leave the house, get the fuck out of my house. You're not respecting my rules, and then you complain and cry about it. See how evil this person is. I'm come to his house. No, it's my house, my rules. I'm sure you would have said the same. So just as being an outsider, you're coming into the country, you can't start lecturing them. It's the same way as, for example, let's flip the switch. If an Arab or a Muslim were to come to the West and say, I'm not comfortable with how you ladies wear your clothes. I'm not comfortable with you respecting the Jews. I want to say whatever I like about, I support, whatever political party, or let's say they say something anti-Semitic. Then if the person gets deported, you can't, uh, you can't say, oh, you are racist. No, you respect the rules when you come there, right? So why the double standards, man? You go to a country, you respect the rules. Others don't come there. And you can go around waving your LGBTQ message all over your country. And the funny thing is, when you do that, nobody notices, nobody cares a damn, because you're irrelevant. And you realize, sheesh, I'm not relevant. Nobody on social media is talking about me. I'm not a hero. So let me go to another country and do it. And guess what? They tried to do it and they got bundled off. And now they're irrelevant. That guy who ran across the field holding a flag, he immediately got thrown out. Now he must be regretting, sheesh, man, I could have at least watched a football match. Why did I do that? Nobody is talking about me. Very good. Very good. I'm very happy. Please, you go to a country, respect its rules. You don't like the rules, don't visit. Don't compare. Don't put your template on someone else's country or culture or religion and demand you follow what I want. I, as a single person, want to lecture the whole country. Stupid or what? Then next one, number 4, about workers' rights. Oh, where do we start? How many YouTubers put out, oh, they are being evil to these Nepali people, Bangladeshi people, Indian people, Pakistani people. Okay, now I'll give you my thoughts here. Now, it's very easy to talk about exploitation of workers. Okay, I'm not saying that there is no such thing. Neither am I saying that it is a good thing that is happening. But let's talk about brands like Nike, Adidas, or any global brand where they have these so-called sweatshops in third world countries. Okay, and people are like, I'm going to boycott this product because they are making people work in sweatshops. Let me flip the question and ask you, if you're so worried about people in sweatshops, the first question is, are you okay if they have these same so-called factories in your country where the cost would double or triple the cost for that product? Are you willing to pay 3 times more for an iPhone or for an Adidas shoes? Are you? Okay. I'm pretty sure you and me would not. We would rather have pay less. As it is expensive. It's not cheap. So we would rather pay less because we find it expensive than pay 3 times more. So that's the first thing. Second one is, you're complaining about them working in sweatshops. Fine. Let's close down the sweatshop. These very same people, they will be like, why are you closing down our daily bread and butter? Yes, they're not paying us American salaries in Bangladesh, but at least we had a job. At least we could feed our families. At least we are able to earn a livelihood. You have stopped that. Like these women who are complaining about being women should be respected. NASCAR, they had these females who would show their sexy bodies and walk with ultra tight outfits. And these feminists came and said, you're sexualizing women. And then they said, we don't want drama. Okay, let's stop all these females walking. These very same females, they said, why the hell are you doing this? You have, made us lose our jobs. Now, how will we earn? See the stupidity. Why are you speaking on behalf of them when they are okay doing what they want? In the same way, these workers' rights, I always tell people, yes, there are bad taskmasters, companies that exploit laborers, don't pay their salaries. Yes, highlight them. But if you start banning all these workers, who's going to give them a job? You're going to give them a job? Like most of these Bangladeshi, Pakistani, Sri Lankan, Nepali people, in their country, if they would earn, let's say, $200, which is very, very low per month, in their country, they would earn maybe $20 or $30 for a month. So, what is the solution? You'll feed them. It's very easy to bloody talk, man. You can't have American standards of wow. Like, even if you see some American, like Western countries, they have prisons with no walls. You can swim, you can eat VIP food, you can roam around freely. Yeah, just try doing that in India with the population. Try doing it in America, where you have one of the worst crime rates. People want the best of every world, and they don't want to be the best, and they want to take advantage of the system. Like, you remember during COVID, they were giving free income to stay at home. See what happened with that. And last, if not the least, number 5, so much has been said about Qatar bribing its way to get FIFA, corrupt FIFA officials, and they made a big story about all this. But at the end of the day, Qatar is the one who spent 220 billion or 200 billion. Tell me which other country can afford to spend that kind of money? See, end of the day, you can say Qatar is, they bribe money and this and that. But who is doing what? Tell me, are they going to penalize Qatar? In fact, who is ready to foot the bill of 200 billion? And let's say another country says, okay, the closest bid was 10 billion. If you are a business entity or an organization, which one would you prefer? $200 billion coming to you? Okay. I'm just saying they didn't pay the entire 200 billion to them, but sure, bribes were paid. Would you prefer big money coming to you or small money? Me, I don't know about you. If someone were to pay me, let's say I have a customer who pays me 1,000. Another one says, same service, I'll pay you 10,000. I'm sorry, but I'm not a saint. I would say, fine, I'll take the 10,000. That's me. I'm pretty sure you also wouldn't complain if someone pays you more money. Then why should these people even complain? Yeah, all these social justice warriors, yeah, money, they are bribing and all that. But boss, at the end of the day, money talks. Saudi, Khashoggi, what happened? Salman killed him. Everyone knew that. Paid money. US shut its mouth. US was saying, oh, they are terrorists. Saudi are terrorists. Qatar is terrorists. One visit by the Sheikh gave him some money, greased all the American politicians. Nobody's talking. The fast food industry, they are supplying you with addictive food. Yeah, they pay the money for lobbying. Nobody complains. Smoking. Okay, tobacco. Who's talking about it? It's all bullshit, yeah. You have big money, everyone will close their eyes. You don't have money, you're finished. That's it. That's how the world runs. At least that is what my opinion is. So these are the 5 things I realized with Qatar FIFA 2022. Let me know among these points, what do you think? You agree, disagree? And did I miss out on any point? Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.